surprised the Diddies want to pitch camp here. You know how superstitious they are.
Superstitious? What's that got to do with the price of fish?
It's a bad place, Candy Fields. It's evil.
Rubbish. It's not places that are evil, Steve, it's people.
What's the odds? That's the motor used on cuttings.
Yeah, the back of it's pretty smashed in.
I'll sling the index through.
I'll go and see if the nice, honest travelling folks or anything.
Joe!
Sean! Long time no see.
All right, June's my mate.
Yeah. Oh,
June gave me Rex, didn't you, June?
How's he been keeping?
Oh, he's mustard. He's flaming mustard,
Yeah.
June.
And how are you? You been keeping out of trouble?
Oh, I'm a good lad. I don't mess about.
Yeah, I know you are. How's your mum? Still flogging Lucky Heather?
Lucky? It's lucky if she can find a bit of Rex ain't weed on. He likes a piss, does Rex?
So where you been then? Must be what? A couple of years since you were here?
Oh, where ain't we been? All over. Kent, Essex, Dorset. Ah, we've been bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, what happened to your language, eh?
Or stolen from the long stay at City Airport. Last registered keeper, Mr. Kenneth Howe Green.
Let's hope he's fully com.
So what did they look like?
Black blokes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well?
Wouldn't give us a time of day.
They were though, June. Black blokes, black as coal.
How many of them?
2.
And they set fire to the car?
Yeah, about half hour before you got here. And then they ran off to that estate on the south side.
What are you lot doing up this time of the morning anyway?
We was looking at the girls and nurses in their houses through the windows.
Yeah! You can get into a lot of trouble doing that, Sean.
I was just looking. Not causing no harm. If they don't want looking at, they shouldn't leave their curtains open, should they?
Yeah!
Brains will be here after 9.
They want us to hang on.
Nah, Reggie's going to babysit.
Do you want to come in for a cup of tea or something?
Wild horses wouldn't drag me into one of your stinkholes.
I'm sorry about him, Sean.
That's all right. He's probably had a bad night or something. Seems like a nice bloke.
Yeah, well. Look, I'll catch you before you're off, all right?
Yeah, we'll be here about 6 weeks.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a bit unnecessary, wasn't it? That lad is one of the straightest blokes I know, bar none, in or out of a job.
That village idiot. Left the banjo indoors, did he? He's a good few tunes short of a medley.
What, so what? QED, he's well at it?
Of course he is. They all are.
I've known Sean Leary for 5 years, and never once in all that time has he lied to me about anything.
As far as you know.
Cooperation and mutual respect. Not only interdepartmentally, but interagently as well, between ranks, right across the board. I think communication between CID and uniform is better now than any time that I can remember. Don't you agree, Derek?
Always, sir.
Frank? Inspector Burnside.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I had a bit of a late session with an informant last night.
Who was that with then, Frank? Jim Beam or Jack Daniels?
I was remarking on greater interplay between your department and uniform. What do you think?
I think it would be a good idea, sir.
Well, Derek's going to put his weight 100% behind the idea.
Oh, that is good news. I mean, with Chief Inspector Conway's weight behind it. Does that mean I'm going to get that extra manpower I've asked for on Operation Shutdown?
We've been through this, Frank.
What's that?
A matter Inspector Burnside and I have already discussed, sir.
Ram raid, sir.
I went through all this with Kim before she went on leave. We simply don't have the manpower.
I'll settle for half.
No!
We really can't spare the numbers.
No, sir.
All right. Sorry, Frank. Now, where was I?
Greater interdepartmental cooperation, sir.
How much is that a square yard? I'm looking to do my front room out, but I don't think green will match the curtains.
Oh, that's funny.
Why don't you have a fag?
Good
night, dear.
Every night.
I know what I need.
That's disgusting, Ted.
Oh, that's just a livener.
Michael back with that Collins video.
Speak of the devil.
Morning all, lovely day. One ram raid captured in glorious Secura-Vision.
Can you go to
10 minutes
53
ago.
Church Road? Suspected
Do you need an
burglary.
ambulance?
Over.
Right. Yeah, I've got it. Cury House, Staff Nurse Brown. Okay. And you'll stay with her. Right, we'll get someone to you as soon as possible. Yeah, don't mention it. Thanks, Steve. Viv, indecent assault just in. Student nurse at Cury House, Orange Hill Rise. I don't know. Well, they didn't want an ambulance.
Indecent assaulting, Gov. Cury House.
What, the nurse's hostage?
It's a student that's been assaulted.
There, you see the guy by the offside wing? Pound to a penny, that's Fletcher Stanley.
You wish. Serious, is it?
Well, I won't know till I get there, will I? I mean, I presume it's me you want to go.
Run it again, Mike.
You know, it being a woman's thing and all that. Right then.
So this lad Sean Leary, sir. Sean Leary said in your hearing that he'd been watching nurses. And now you're saying there's been a sexual assault on a nurse at Cury House.
It is the only nurse's accommodation off Canley Field, sir.
I'll notify CID. Check with Donna, see if Leary's got a club number.
Right, sir.
I thought I was dreaming. I was asleep, and I sort of woke up, and there was someone, a man in the room, and I could feel something sharp against my throat just here. And as I woke up, he said if I screamed, he'd cut my throat. And then he put tape over my mouth.
Burnside from Greg.
Sorry about it. Hang on now. Excuse me.
All right, Lisa. You've done brilliantly so far. Now I'd like to see if we can try and look at some details, yeah?
Okay.
Now, did you get a look at his face at any time?
No, it was dark.
What sort of voice was it?
Well, it's hard to tell. He was whispering.
But was it London, Cockney?
No, not London.
Viv, can I have a word?
Yeah, sure. Excuse me.
Good view of Canley Fields.
Yeah, it's nice in the summer.
I won't keep her on. Looks like we've got a suspect.
Already?
Yeah. That's why Alistair called. Apparently one of those pikeys has been watching the nurses getting their kit off.
Peeping Tom?
He's also come up with a name. Sean Leary.
Never heard of him.
Neither have I. I'm going down there to check it out. Would you mind going standing in the window, see if I can see you?
Yeah, sure.
Good girl.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Does he work on all your cases?
Most of them, yeah.
All right, mate? Just looking like.
Your name's Sean Leary.
That's right. Who might you be?
Police. Sean Leary, I'm arresting you on suspicion of having committed an indecent assault. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but anything you do say may be given in evidence. You understand?
Now, if you don't know or can't afford a solicitor to act on your behalf, we will appoint one for you. Do you wish to exercise that right?
I don't know. What do you reckon? I ain't done nothing, you see.
It's your decision, Mr. Leary.
No, I'm all right.
Prisoner declined legal representation. You can, of course, change your mind any time. If you decide later you want a solicitor present, you just let me know, all right?
Yes, sir.
You're also entitled to have someone informed of your arrest.
Could you tell my mum?
Call her yourself if you want.
No, we ain't got a phone. We're camped over on Candy Fields. It's a big beige caravan just south of the pond.
All right, we'll see if we've got someone spare can go and tell her, OK?
Yeah, thanks, mister. It's Mrs. Leary.
Now, here's a copy of your rights, as I've explained them to you. You can keep that. Now, if you'd just sign this, please, Mr. Leary. It's a receipt for your personal property. Sign there by that cross on that line there. Yeah.
Right.
Sarge, we've done a CRO check on Leary. Nothing, not even a parking ticket.
OK. Cheers, Steve.
Alistair, I've got a job for you. Hang on, Loxton. Have we got him for the rest of the day?
Dunno.
Do you want to do a proper job?
Yeah, if you can square it with Mr. Monroe.
You tell Mr. Monroe that I'm carrying through the Chief Super's interdepartmental cooperation proposals. That'll shut him up. I want you to go and search Leary's gaff. Take Steve with you and take some backup. You know what those jippos are like.
Right, what we're looking for?
A knife. Possibly a mask. He gaffer taped her mouth, so there should be a roll of that somewhere. I'd imagine he stashed the whole lot together.
Right.
Do you like girls, Sean?
Some?
Of course you do. What sort of girls do you like?
Pretty ones.
You got a girlfriend?
No.
What's that then?
Don't know.
Don't do that.
Check that lot, we'd have a field day. Bet none of them's taxed. You can forget insurance. In fact, I put money on most of them being ringers.
Sure. Hey, we're looking for the Leary's caravan. Know which one it is? Cheers.
Yes?
Mrs. Leary? Detective Sergeant Greg P.C. Loxton, Sun Hill. We have a warrant to search these premises.
Hey? Why? What for? Why have you come here?
Are you aware your son, Sean Leary's been arrested?
What is it, Mark?
They've only nicked Sean.
Is that right?
I do have a warrant.
I don't care what bit of arsewipe you've got. You're not coming in here, and that's that.
Would you please stand aside?
Neil?
If my mum says you're not coming in, you're not coming in. That's fine, all right?
You want to be arrested for obstruction?
I know you got to do what you got to do, mate, but you're not coming in here.
Sean, you like the nurses, though, don't you?
Yeah.
You like to watch them.
Well, sometimes, if we ain't got nothing better to do. Like it's too dark for footy and that, you know.
We? Who else watches with you?
Me, Marky, Adam, Jimmy, and the gang and that. You know, it's my binoculars, though. I get longest look.
Where do you go?
Outside their house.
Whose house?
Nurse's house, where they live.
And what do you look at?
When they get up and when they go to bed and they take off their clothes and you can see all their privates and that.
You like looking at them when they've got no clothes on?
Yeah, gets a bit boring after a while, though.
Do you ever want to do anything else besides watching?
Like what?
Well, can't be very nice standing out in the cold just watching. You ever want to look at them closer too? Touch them?
No fear. That's how you get them into trouble. That's what Mum says. Does she know where I am yet?
Right, come on in. Let's go.
What?
Socko found a set of prints over at Cury House, on the girl's bedpost and on the tape used to gag her with. Good clear prints, apparently.
I didn't think you'd have the smarts to wear gloves.
Says if we can fax over a high-res blow-up copy of our suspect's dabs, she might be able to
Well,
give you
do
a
it then. So what do you think of him?
Slippery.
Like an eel.
I don't think he's as daft as he makes out. I mean, all that looking around the room, making out as if he's got trouble paying attention. I don't know whether it's for real or not.
Yeah, I know.
Makes the silences hard to work, I'll tell you that. I mean, you think if it is for real, and you let it go on for too long, you're going to lose him. It starts working against you.
Yeah, well, we've nothing to file, have we? I mean, no medical records, no social reports, nothing to tell us whether he's trying to work a flanker. But if he is, he's good at it.
You're in bed, Mrs. Leary? Who's the eldest? Neil? So, who'd want the top bunk? Hottest in summer, coldest in winter. Who wouldn't want it? Bottom bunk Neil, top bunk Sean. Ah, that'll do nicely.
Do you recognise that knife, Sean? Do you know where we found that knife? Which bed do you sleep in when you're at home, Sean?
Top bunk? Top bunk's best.
We found that knife under the pillow of the top bunk. Any idea how it got there?
That's where I left it.
So whose knife is that then, Sean?
This is my knife.
Yeah, all right. Leave it alone. Is this the knife you took with you when you went to watch the nurses? The knife you took inside? The knife you used to frighten the nurse to do what you wanted her to? Is it?
No.
Where's the mask you wore?
I didn't wear a mask.
She says you did.
Well, I didn't.
What, you thought it was too dark for her to see your face, did you?
Yeah. No. No. What is it you're saying?
Did you wear a mask or didn't you?
You're confusing me
No,
now.
I'm not. It's a simple question. What's the answer?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Did you wear a mask when you went in there or not?
No, because I never went in there.
I think you did.
You did, didn't you, Sean?
No, I didn't. Just shut up and leave me alone.
I'm afraid we can't do that, Sean.
Well, I want to see that bloke who was here when I come in. Peters. I want to see Peters.
Fill the cavity or bend over. What is your real name? Can you keep the noise down? Now listen, you're going to charge us on bloody well what? What is it, Ted? As you can see, we're not exactly slack at the moment.
It's Leary. He wants to see you.
What now?
Yeah, he says he wants to say another word until he sees you.
Let's go. Oh, hell. All right. Matt! Look after the shot, will you, for a minute?
Come on, to the front. Peters, you said you could get me a legal bloke, didn't you?
Do you want one?
Does it mean they'd have to stop asking me all these questions?
Until your solicitor got here, if that's what you want, yes. When he arrives, he's sitting here with you while these officers continue with the interview.
Get me one, please, Peters.
You'll have to go back in the cells till he gets here.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Take him back then, Ellie.
You sign him out, you bring him back.
Pass me, Linton, you need your head examined. Exposing yourself this weather.
Some people would do anything for a free meal.
Neil! Go, son, go!
He's what?
He's escaped.
I thought that's what you said. You were only walking him back to his cell. What happened? An off-duty SAS snatch squad pop in and do him a favour? Stun grenades, chopper waiting on the roof?
There was nothing I could do.
Oh, but you do it so well. And you had a dozen wooden tops in there and all.
Yeah, watching nigh on 20 prisoners.
Well, now you got 4 less to worry about, haven't you?
Alec Peters.
Oh, Alec Peters. I might have guessed. I bet he's well upset, isn't he? Having to put his knitting down for a minute.
I'm not having you insulting my officers, Inspector.
Your officers couldn't organise a bunk up in a brothel.
No, and where's your lot? Sleeping it off somewhere? He doesn't even have the sense to go out and do it.
I see you've taken Mr. Brownlow's plea for closer cooperation to heart. Instead of shouting separately, you now shout together. Well, it is a start, I suppose.
His flatheads have lost my prisoner.
He was in CID's care at the time, hadn't been handed back to the custody sergeant.
Is that what we've come down to now, is it? It wasn't me, it was him. Pathetic's what it is. Look, I don't give a toss who lost him, but I suggest you both get your fingers out and find him sharpish. or I shall want to know why.
Come on. Where are you? Right, still here. Leave me alone. Suspect Leary heading west of Canal towards Salt Grove Road, 363 in pursuit.
All units, vicinity of the canal, 363 Loxton in pursuit of Sean Leary, heading west towards Salt Grove Road.
Sierra 1, we're at Salt Grove Road now.
Loxton's found him by the canal.
When?
Leary headed north from Salt Grove Road.
Yeah, received.
Just now.
Right.
Leary's left Salt Grove Road, heading west, going west along the canal bank.
Repeat previous, Steve. Repeat previous, Steve.
Skip? Loxton, Sergeant Maitland. Repeat previous message.
Repeat previous, Steve.
Repeat previous message.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks very much for all your help.
Go.
No trouble. Yeah. Look, I'm obliged to you. Thanks very much. Okay, bye.
Loxton spotted Leary out by the canal. We're closing in on him.
That was the sucker. Leary's prints are a blowout. The ones she found at the hostel don't match his. But they do match one Kevin Robert Parry, known sex offender, released from Wandsworth 2 weeks ago. Leary's off the hook.
Steve, are you receiving? Please acknowledge if you can hear me. Steve, are you receiving?
Steve! Steve!
Steve! Steve! Tony! Tony, down here! Oh,
He went straight down, Drew. It's the way he was cold.
yeah, it's all right, Sean, it's all right, don't
Sarah
worry.
Ross from Sierra 1. Urgent assistance. Officer injured. Ambulance to Salt Grove Road. It's Loxton. And we've got Leary.
Received, Tony.
Yeah, so that's it, Steve, that's it. Deep breath,
Tony,
come on.
look, bring him back, but we've just heard that forensic has put Leary out of the frame.
Received.
I never done it, Jim. Honest, I didn't.
No, it's all right, Sean, I know you didn't. It's all going to be okay, don't worry.